Alright, let's look at the homework 4.1, problem number 8. We want to find the absolute max and the absolute min value of this function over this closed interval from -2 to 5. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so first we need to take the derivative. So f prime of x is equal to 3 times 6 is 18x squared. And 27 times 2 would be negative 54x. And then you have minus 72. Alright? And the derivative of 7 is 0. Alright? So we need to simplify this. Hopefully this is it. Is everything a multiple of 18? Let's see. 54 is 18 times 3. And can we get 72? Let's see, 4 times 18. So we can pull out the 18 from everyone. So x squared. So that will be minus 3x and minus 4. Right? Which luckily we can factor it out. So we have x and here and x here. And we would have to have plus 1 minus 4, right, is equal to 0, right? So this would give us a critical number. X equals from here -1 and a positive 4, right? So those are critical numbers, right? So we got that. All right, so -1 is in there and the 4 is in there too. So we have to consider 4 candidates. So we look at the f of -2. Alright, then we have f of -1. And then we have f of 4. And then we have f of 5. Right? I'm gonna cheat a little bit, so you can just plug these numbers in there. Then you can do it by hand. But I'm gonna actually let's do it by hand. So yeah, let's not cheat. All right, so -2. So it's a plug it in there. So -2 cubed is gonna be -8, and times 6 is -6 times 8 is 48. All right. And here is -2 squared would be 4. 4 times 27. So it's 4 times 7 is 28. Alright, and 4 times 2 is 8. So it's a 108. Alright. And then you have 72 times -2. So it's going to be plus 144. Alright. Right, plus 7. Right, so what's that? So this would be negative 50, 156. Right, and then here we can add those guys together. 151. So it's going to be -5. So this is -5. Alright, if you plug in -1, so this is a little bit better. Alright, -1 cubed is -1, so it's going to be -6. Alright, -1 squared is 1, so it's a -27. Alright, then -72 times -1 is plus 72. Alright, plus 7. Alright. And so this would be, so these two guys together is -33. Alright, then these two guys together is 79. Alright, oops. Maybe I should use a different color. Alright, 79. And which means that 9 minus 3 is 6, and the 7 minus 3 would be 4. Alright, so it's a positive 46. Alright, and you plug in 4. Alright, so 4 cubed is let's see, 62. Let's see, 4 times 4 is 16, so 64. 64 times 6, and that's 24. 6 times 6 is 36 and 38. All right, so we have a 384. All right, and minus, all right, and negative 24 times 4 times 4 16, so 27 times 16, right? 42, and that's 12 and 160, so 27, so 300 actually. 432, right? So minus 432, right? Minus 72 times 4, so it's going to be 2 times 4 is 8, and 28. All right, so we have that and plus 7. All right, so we're gonna have, let's see, we can add these guys together. So this plus that gives you 390, let's say 91, and then you have to subtract these two guys together. Alright, so it's going to be 8 plus 2 is 0, and 2, and 720. Alright, so this is going to be negative. Let's see, we have to subtract, so 10 minus 1 is 9, and you borrow 1 again, so it's going to be 2, and the 4 minus, let's say 6 minus 3 would be 329. Alright, the last one. Alright, so we just have to, let's say 5 cubed is what? 25 times 5, or 125. So 125 times 6. Alright, so that would be 30 and 12, and so it's going to be 15 and 6, so 750. Alright, so we're going to have 750. Alright, and a minus, alright, 27 times 25, 27 times 25, and 35, and 10, and it's going to be 54, so 675, so minus 675. And then 72 times 5, so let's see, minus 5 times 2 is 10, and 5 times 7 is 35, so 360 plus 7. Alright, so if you add these two guys together, we get 757 minus, we add these guys together. We get 0 times plus 5 is 5, 6 times 7, 3, then 1, and so it's going to be 1035. So this is going to be negative. Alright, so it's 5 minus 7, so it's going to be 8, and 3, so 5 plus 2 is 7. Alright, then so it's going to be 9 minus 7 is 278. Alright, so that was tedious. You can see that the largest guy in this case is this guy. So this is the absolute max here. Alright, so this guy. Smallest guy is 329. So this is the absolute min. Alright, so let's type it in. 46 and the negative 329. Alright, so minimum is negative 329, and then largest one is, what was it, 46. Alright, so let's check the answer. Alright, it came back, and it looks like we got this one correctly. Alright, so that's it. I hope that this was clear.